Yes, good afternoon, students. And in continuation with chapter number 2, that is biological classification. As in my previous videos, we have already discussed about what are the various bases of classification of living organisms, what is the need or what is the significance of biological classification. Clear? Now, we have also talked about the classification of various kingdoms based on R.H. Whitaker five kingdom system of classification, that is Monera, Protista, Fungi. Clear? So we have discussed in detail the classification of Monera. We have also discussed in detail the classification of Protista. Now today we are just going to discuss the classification of fungi. Already we have discussed about the general account of fungi in my previous video. So now today we are just going to directly start up with the classification of fungi. Clear? So, when we are talking about the classification of the fungi, they have been classified on various modes, that is modes of reproduction, modes of their habitat, modes of their type of the mycelium that is found in them. Clear? Then, of course, the mode of their feeding habitat, etc., etc. Clear? So, here, when we are classifying the these fungi, they can be classified into four groups. They have been broadly classified into four groups, that is the Phycomycetes. Clear? Next is the Ascomycetes. Third is Basidiomycetes. And the next is Deuteromycetes. Clear? So, fungi, when we are talking about the fungi have been classified into Phycomycetes, Ascomycetes, Basidiomycetes and Deuteromycetes. Clear? So, now we are just going to discuss in detail over here what is Phycomycetes, what is Ascomycetes, what are the characteristic features of Phycomycetes, Ascomycetes, Deuteromycetes as well as Basidiomycetes. Clear? So, starting up with the very first, that is Phycomycetes. So when we are talking about Phycomycetes, these are generally found in the freshwater habitat, as well as these are also found as saprophytes on the damp and moist, logs of the woods. These are also found as obligatory parasites in certain of the plant species. Clear? These are found in aquatic habitat as well as along the decaying logs of woods, comma. Third is these are also found as parasite in some plants. Clear? These are found as parasite in some of the plants. So now talking about the rest portion, talking about the structure of these, of these type of the members of Phycomycetes. The members of the Phycomycetes, the mycelium of the members of the Phycomycetes is basically aseptate and cenocytic. Mycelium is aseptate and cenocytic. Clear? And basically they reproduce asexually through special type of the spores, that is either the zoospores which are motile in nature and the ascospores which are non-motile in nature. These reproduce through zoospores, which are motile in nature, and aplanospores, which are non-motile in nature. Okay, then talking about the rest, the members of this group are agaricus, clear, and others, aspergillus and neurospora. It is example is aspergillus and neurospora. Clear? So these are the members of the Phycomycetes. These are the characteristic features of the members of the Phycomycetes. Now next we are just going to talk about the other group, that is Ascomycetes. So when we are talking about the members of Neurospora, so it has been discussed in detail over here. Ascomycetes. Now we are just going to talk about the members of Ascomycetes. So Ascomycetes, these are commonly known as sac fungi. Sorry for interruption. The examples that were given over there, they were wrongly spoken. The examples of Phycomycetes are Rhizopus and Mucor. So kindly pardon me for that. The examples of Phycomycetes are Rhizopus and Mucor. Clear? These are commonly So I was talking about Ascomycetes. The members of the Ascomycetes, these are commonly known as sac fungi, and the members of this species, members of this particular group Ascomycetes, they are either saprophytic in nature, or they are parasitic in nature, or they are decomposers, or they are coprophilous in nature. Coprophilous means they grow on the dung of other animals. These are saprophytic, parasitic, decomposers, and coprophilous in nature. Clear? Now talking about the rest, the mycelium that is found in them, it is septate and branched. The mycelium is septate and branched. Okay, now talking about the mode of reproduction, they reproduce asexually through the help of conidia, and these conidia, they are born on conidiophores, and these conidia on germination, they give rise to mycelium. Clear? They reproduce asexually through conidia, these conidia are born on special mycelium called conidiophores. These conidia on germination gives rise to mycelium. Okay. Now talking about the sexual mode of reproduction. When we are talking about the sexual mode of reproduction, sexually they reproduce through ascospores, and these ascospores, these are born on special mycelium which are known as SI or ascus. Clear? So that is what is they reproduce sexually through ascospores which are born on SI, that is ascus. The plural is SI and the singular is ascus. Now when we are talking about the example of this, the example is what to say, neurospora. Here the example will come, neurospora. And this neurospora, it is very well used in extensively, it is utilized in a large number of the experimental works. For example, the genetic basically in the field of genetics. Clear? So that is all about the ascomycetes. Now the third group that we are just going to talk about is what to say, the basidiomycetes. Clear? So we are just going to talk about the basidiomycetes. So when we are talking about basidiomycetes, the members of basidiomycetes, they include bracket fungi, puffballs, your mushrooms, toadstools, etc., etc. And these, when we are talking about the habitat of these living organisms, the habitat they vary. That is, they are found in the damp, moist places. They are also found in the damp blocks of the wood, even on the tree trunks. These are also found as parasites on various living organisms, especially the plants. Clear? In the form of the rust and smuts. Okay. Then talking about the mycelium is again septate and branched. Talking about the mode of reproduction in them is basically what to say, sexual type. Clear? They reproduce sexually through what to say, fusion, that is plasmogamy, that is the fusion of the cytoplasm of the two separate mycelium. Clear? And asexual reproduction is completely absent in them. Sexual reproduction, when we are talking about the vegetative reproduction takes place through fragmentation process. Okay. Now talking about further next, dikaryon stage occurs in them, which give rise to basidium, and this the basidiospores, these are present on the basidium. Clear? Four basidiospores are produced as a result of the sexual reproduction, that is plasmogamy, followed by karyogamy and meiosis. Okay, so that is all about examples. When we are talking about the examples of this, they are Puccinia. Then a large number of them are there. Puccinia is a very good example. Then we can also talk about the Penicillium. Members of this group, they may be either unicellular or they may be multicellular. Mostly they are multicellular. Clear? Basically this sentence, it is very much correct for the members of the ascomycetes, because the members of the ascomycetes, they are basically mostly multicellular, and some of the species, they are unicellular. Okay, so when we are talking about basidiomycetes, members of this group includes what to say, bracket fungi, puffballs and mushrooms. since this is a rainy season, you might have seen mushrooms being observed here and there in your nearby vicinity. Clear? So these are all the members of Basidiomycetes. Clear? Now talking about the next, that is habitat. When we are talking about the habitat, as I told you all, that these are present in damp, moist places, okay, along the logs of wood, tree trunks. These are also found as parasite on plants. Example are rusts and smuts. Smuts and rusts. Okay. Then talking about the third, that is talking about the mycelium. The mycelium is again septate and branched. The mycelium is septate and branched. They are basically multicellular forms. Clear? Now talking about the mode of reproduction. Reproduction in them, that is basically by asexual reproduction is completely absent in them. Asexual reproduction is completely absent in them. Okay. Next, when we are talking about vegetative mode of reproduction, vegetative reproduction takes place through fragmentation. Vegetative reproduction takes place through fragmentation. Clear? Then sixth, that is sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction, it takes place through plasmogamy. Sexual reproduction takes place through plasmogamy, in which two of the mycelium or two of the hyphae, the cytoplasmic content of the two hyphae, they fuse up to form a structure, dikaryon structure, which is known as basidium, and this is followed by karyogamy, and later on meiosis, giving rise to 4 basidiospores, which are born in the basidium. Clear? Through the plasmogamy, sexual reproduction takes place through plasmogamy, where fusion of protoplasm of two hyphae takes place. Okay. Next, when we are talking about this, that is this results in the formation of a dikaryon stage called basidium, followed by karyogamy and meiosis. Okay, thus results in the formation of the plasmogamy. It results in the formation of a dikaryon stage, which is known as basidium, and this is followed by what to say, karyogamy and meiosis, which further results into formation of four basidiospores bond in the basidium. Okay, so example, as I told you all, example it is Puccinia. Very good example of this is Puccinia. Example is Puccinia. Astilago. Again, second example is Astilago. Clear? So this is all about what to say, the Basidiomycetes. Now we are just going to move ahead with the fourth group, that is Deuteromycetes. So when we are talking about the members of Deuteromycetes, these are basically known as imperfect fungi. So when we are saying that these are imperfect fungi, that means the sexual stage is unknown in them. Only the asexual stages are known. It is very much what to say, possible that the sexual stages might have been discovered later on, and due to the resemblance of certain other categories, they might have been shifted up to the other groups of the fungi, that is either to the Ascomycetes or to the Basidiomycetes. Getting my words? So here the sexual stages are completely absent. And when we are talking about the asexual stages, the asexual stage or the asexual mode of reproduction, it is accompanied by the formation of the conidia, which further gave rise to the mycelium. Okay, then when we are talking about the mycelium over here is septate and branch type. Clear? Then talking about the rest, that is the mode of nutrition. These are basically decomposers, which help further in the nutrient cycling. Okay, so that is all about the members of the Deuteromycetes. Okay, then when we are talking about the examples of this is Trichoderma. So talking about Deuteromycetes, as I told you all, Deuteromycetes, these are imperfect fungi. Since sexual stages are not present, and when we are talking about the asexual stages, asexual reproduction is through conidia, which are born on conidiophores. Okay, next when we are talking about the mycelium is septate and branched. Okay, then fifth, when we are talking about the fifth point, that is the mode of nutrition. Basically these are decomposers and help in nutrient cycling. Nutrient cycling. Okay, now sixth example, when we are talking about the example, it is Trichoderma. Okay, so with this we complete up over here the classification of the fungi in detail. Clear? So as we have talked about in this video, what are the classification and what of the fungi? That is, it is classified into four broad categories, that is the Phycomycetes, the Ascomycetes, the Basidiomycetes, and the Deuteromycetes. Clear? So now moving ahead, plant kingdom, as according to the R.H. Whitaker, another kingdom, the fourth kingdom that comes under the R.H. Whitaker classification is plant kingdom. We are not just going to discuss the whole of the plant kingdom in detail over here, because the plant kingdom is discussed in detail in your third chapter. Clear? So here we are just going to have a glance of what are plants. Okay, and then animal kingdom is also given up over here, but we are not going to discuss the animal kingdom over here in detail, since the whole of the classification of animal kingdom, it is again given up in your the next chapter, that is the fourth chapter, that is animal kingdom. So here starting up with the plant kingdom. So talking about the plant kingdom, plants, as you all know, these are heterotrophs. Basically they are plants. When we are talking about the plants, these are autotrophs, and when we are talking about them, these are photosynthetic autotrophs, since they contain a green colored pigment which is known as chlorophyll, and this very chlorophyll is responsible for capturing the sunlight and converting the carbon dioxide and water present in the atmosphere into organic form, that is glucose, with liberation of oxygen as byproduct. Clear? Now when we are talking about the structural organization, first we should talk about the habitat. When we are talking about the habitat of these living organisms, that is the plants, they range up, their habitat, they are cosmopolitan in nature, that is they are found in the aquatic environment also, as well as on the terrestrial environment also, and accordingly they have been classified into various groups also, that is we are going to learn further on. Clear? Then talking about these plants, structure of the plant body, they are basically multicellular in nature, and their cells, they are eukaryotic. Clear? So when I am saying that their cells are eukaryotic, that means they have got a well defined structural organization of the cell, that is they have got various cell organelles to perform very specific functions. Accordingly, they have also got a very well defined nucleus, a very well developed nucleus, to control and coordinate the functions of the various cell organelles present in the cell. Clear? Well defined cell wall is also present around the cell, which is made up of cellulose. Clear? Now talking about the mode of when I was talking about the mode of nutrition, as I told you all that some of the mostly these are photosynthetic autotrophs, but some of these are insectivorous also. Clear? The insectivorous species, they include Cuscuta, then your bladderwort, then Venus flytrap. These are all insectivorous plants, that is they are heterotrophs in nature. Okay, now there when we are talking about the plants species, the structural organization, they have got though there is some degree of complexity, but when we are further talking about them, they are not having much further complex organization as it is found in the body of the animals. Clear? When we are talking about the mode of reproduction is found by all the three methods, that is by vegetative propagation, asexual reproduction, and sexual reproduction, and there is an alternation of the cycle found in them. Clear? So when we are talking about the plants, the examples of the plants, they range up from many, that is you can see around you a large number of the plants are present around you, that is the rose plant, the mango, the neem, people, etc. These are all the various types of the plants that are present around you. Clear? So we have completed about in this video I have completed about the detailed classification of the fungi, as well as also I have given you a short scenario of the plant kingdom, since we are not going to discuss in detail it over here, plant kingdom, because we are just going to discuss in detail about the plant kingdom in the third chapter. Clear? So in my next video I'll just be concluding up the rest portion of the chapter, that is we are just going to discuss the animal kingdom in short. Along with that, short portion is left behind, that is virus, viroids, and the lichens. And with that, we are also going to do the question answers. We are going to discuss the question and answers from this particular chapter. Okay, till then, thank you.